What's up, everybody? Weston here with the Hidden Gimmon, back with another Daily Deck Tech video and a viewer request today. And today we have Zaxara, the Exemplary. And before we get into that, if you like my Daily Deck Techs, if you like Magic for the Working Class, if you like Historical Commander or any of my discussion content, and if you feel I've earned it, only if you feel I've earned it, feel free to subscribe. And now, also, if you want to see your commander made into a deck tech, you can drop it in the comments down below with things like budget, etc. Or you can fill out the Google form in the video description. And now let's get into it. So when I asked this individual for a budget when they put it in the comments, they said there was no budget constraint, that they'll just alter it as needed. So I went a little bit hamsy-pamsy here, giving us quite a bit to work with and quite a bit for them to customize. So we have Zaxara, the Exemplary. It's a 2/3 for 1 generic, and then black, green, and blue. Death Touch, add 2 mana of any color, or any one color, and whenever you cast a spell with X in its mana cost, create a 0/0 green Hydra creature token, and put X 1/1 counters on it. So we're going to cast a lot of X spells. We are also going to generate infinite mana. Okie dokie. So, ways we can generate infinite mana. We have Zaxara here. That's important. Let's see here. There's quite a few of them. Kami of the Whispered Hopes can do it. Selvala, Heart of the Wilds, can do it. Let's see here. There was another one in here. I just can't remember offhand. Oh, yes, Bloom Tender. There we are. These can each generate infinite mana. And the way that they're going to be able to do that is that they can add blue mana. And down here in our enchantment section, we have Freed from the Real and Pamenzara. So for example, with Zaxara, you tap, add 2 blue, you pay 1 blue to untap Zaxara, and you continuously do this until you have functionally infinite mana. You do have to choose how much mana you want, but it's functionally infinite. Same with Pamenzara here. And then you use that to cast whatever big, terrifying spells that you feel like casting. So, now that we have that combo out of the way, let's go through. We have Voracious Hydra. It's a trample 0/1 for X and double green. This creature enters with X 1/1 counters on it. When it enters, you can double the number of 1/1 counters on it, or this creature fights target creature you don't control. This is a good little fight spell. We have Altered Ego. Can't be countered. You may have this creature enter as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it enters with X 1/1 counters on it. I've seen some nutty things happen with Altered Ego, and I myself have also started playing it slightly more. We have Badger Mole Cub in here, which has dropped at least a couple bucks in price, but not by much. When it enters, Earthbend 1, which means you animate a land, put a 1/1 counter on it. If it dies or is exiled, you return it to the battlefield tapped. And whenever you tap a creature for mana, you add an additional green mana. So this would cause him to add 3, which is always good. Then we have Bloom Tender. For each color among permanents you control, add 1 mana of that color to your mana pool. So if you have Zaxara out there, it adds 3. Delighted Halfling, Mana Dork, that also can add a colored mana that can be used, or like it can add a mana of any color, and it can be spent to cast a legendary spell. That spell can't be countered. Fanatic of Ronus, of course, adds a green. If you have a creature power 4 or greater, adds 4. You can also eternalize it once it dies. Geometers, Arthropod, whenever you cast a spell with X in its mana cost, look at the top X cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. We have Goldvein Hydra, Vigilance, Trample, Haste. This creature enters with X 1/1 counters, and when it dies, you get to create a number of tapped treasure tokens equal to its power. You'll see a lot of these Hydras. These are like, these are some of our big end killing things. Hungering Hydra, when it enters the battlefield, X 1/1 counters, can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. And when it's dealt damage, put that many 1/1 counters on it. Hydrid Crassus will let you draw cards and gain life. It flies and tramples. Krufix, God of the Horizons. You have no max hand size, which is always nice. And as long as your devotion to green and blue is less than 7, it's not a creature. Unused mana would, if unused mana would empty from your mana pool, it becomes colorless instead. Lana War Elves as a mana dork. Primordial Hydra. This creature gets X +1/+1 counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, double the number of 1/1 counters. If it has 10 or more counters, it gains trample. Seedborn Muse. This is one of our 3 game changers that we have in the deck. Untap all permanents you control during each other player's untap step. We already went over Selvala, so we have the Goose Mother. She's a big scary goose. A Goose Hydra. Flying, and the Goose Mother enters with X/1/1 counters on it. When the Goose Mother enters, create half X food tokens, rounded up. Whenever the Goose Mother attacks, you may sacrifice a food. If you do, draw a card. We have the Notary Hobbits, a new card from the Hobbit, but a very good one for mana dorkage. Whenever the Notary Hobbits enters, if they're not a token, create 2 tokens that are copies of them, except they aren't legendary. And then you add a colorless free Shaffling control. So when you poop them down, each of them on the next turn are going to be able to attack tap for 3. We have Troyan, Gutsy Explorer. Add a green and a blue. Spend it only to cast mana spells 5 or greater, spells with X, and then you can draw a card and discard a card. Walking Ballista. Generate infinite mana and just kill everybody with Walking Ballista. Comes into play with X/1/1 counters on it. You can pay 4 to put a 1/1 counter on it. You can remove a 1/1 counter from it to deal damage to any target. This is a win condition. Wan Shi Tong, Flying Vigilance, Flash. When it enters, put X/1/1 counters on him. Then draw half X counters cards rounded down. And whenever an opponent searches their library, put a 1/1 counter on Wan Shi Tong and draw a card. For sorceries, we do have some ramp with Cultivate, Kodama's Reach, Open the Way, and Rampant Growth. We have some top-end kill spells with Torment of Hailfire and Exsanguinate. And Finality of Devastation. You can also mill out your opponent using Mathemagics. If you like doing math, target player draws 2 times 2 to the X cards. There you go. Do all of that fun stuff. And then we have ourselves Pest Infestation. Pop everything they've ever known and loved. You can also generate infinite pests doing this. Well, again, you have to pick a number, but functionally infinite. Villainous Wealth. Target opponent exiles the top X cards of their library. You can cast any number of spells with that mana value. You can mill someone out and then just cast their spells, which is pretty gross. Insight Information. Exile the top cards of X cards of opponent's library. You may look at those cards this turn, and you can cast them by paying life equal to the mana cost rather than the mana cost. This can also just deck someone. Doppelgang. For each of X target permanents, create X tokens that are copies of that permanent. This can also do nutty things. You can take control of everybody's creatures and planeswalkers. And then we have D-Tutor in here. This is our second game changer. It searches for a card and puts it into your hand. Instance. Our third game changer is Vamp Tutor. Searching for a card, put it into your hand, or put it onto the top of your library, lose 2 life. Instant speed, which is always nice. We do have tiny amount of removal with Assassin's Trophy and Putrefy. We have Growth Spiral for a tiny bit of ramp. We have Blue Sun Zenith. Target player draws X cards. You can again deck someone out. Court of Calling. You can search your library for a creature card to convert a mana cost X or less. Put it on the battlefield. Clash of Wills. Counter a target spell unless its controller pays X. This is essentially what Spectral Denial is going to do too. Since we have so many X spells, we may as well. Pull from Tomorrow. You can draw cards, then discard a card. Stroke of Genius. You Stroke of Genius someone out of the game. And then Tyvar's Last Stand for protection. Artifacts. We are running Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Chromatic Lantern. I know a lot of people don't like Chromatic Lantern, but it is a 3-color deck, and so I'm running it. I am still a Chromatic Lantern believer. I know every other creator on the internet really doesn't like this card, but I still enjoy it. It still gets legwork every single time that I've played it. We have Astral Cornucopia. It enters with X charge counters on it. Essentially pick a billion, and then it can tap to add. And then we have the Doubling Cube, which this card I thought until very recently was still very cheap because I have a bunch of them from my early days of Magic that didn't get sold off with because it was bulk. Double the amount of each type of unspent mana you have. So there you go. And then we have Horizon Stone. Unspent mana becomes colorless instead. For enchantments, we do have Concordant Crossroads. It gives all creatures haste. Please note that this is symmetrical. However, giving your Zaxara and stuff haste is really good. Cosmic Cubicle, at the beginning of your first main phase, add 4 mana of any combination of colors. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy to this once each turn. We have Training Regimen. Creatures you control with 1/1 counters on them have trample at the beginning of combat on your turn. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Always good. Unbound Flourishing. Whenever you cast a permanent spell with mana cost that contains X, double that mana value, or double that X value. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell or activate an ability that spell's mana cost or ability cost contains X, copy it. And then up the beanstalk. When you play it and any spell with converted mana cost 5 or greater, draw a card. With mana value. Please note that X spells have the mana value that you pay into them. We do have a Vendo to get a Gaia's Cradle we have at home. But other than that, we don't have too many fancy lands. We do have Urborg. We do have Yavimaya. The Triome in here. A lot of this deck's expense is literally in the mana base. But there we go. We had fetch lands and stuff. Now, let's take a look at how it plays. Please, Moxfield, be kind to me today. All right. Not the best, but we're gonna play it. Was this Dream? 2 or more lands. We already have a forest in hand, so okay, Soul Ring. Play a forest. We'll play our Arcane Signet, and then we'll play our Soul Ring. There we go. Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, I suppose we will do fancy stuff. Jesus. We're gonna play the Dreamroot Cascade. We have black, blue, green, and 1. We will play Zaxara. Not bad. And then we're gonna equip Swift of Boots. So we have 1 floating. There we go. Next turn, Reliquary Tower. I'm going to play 1 Chitong on their turn. So 1, 2 blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to play 1 Chitong for 7. Add a counter. Good old 1 Chitong. And when it enters, and we draw half X cards, rounded down, so we draw 3. 1, 2, 3. And then whenever opponent searches their library, which will say they get to search once this turn. Next turn, we draw. I'm going to return this forest to my hand after adding a green to play Dimir Aqueduct. We have a green floating Reliquary Tower. We'll play Up the Beanstalk, which lets us draw a card. And then... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 mana available. You know what? We're just gonna play... Oh, we have 5 mana available? Yeah, we're gonna play Horizon Stone, which lets me draw a card. Next turn, we have the Dimir Aqueduct here. We have the forest. We could Court of Calling. We could Doppelgang. I'm gonna actually... What I'm going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to both Rampant Growth and Cultivate. So, view library. I'm going to grab a swamp, and an island, and a forest. Close and shuffle. These will each enter, or 2 of these will enter the battlefield tapped, 1 into my hand. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana available. I'll hold it up for Clash of Wills. And so then during an opponent's turn, I will Clash of Wills for 5, which lets me draw a card off Up the Beanstalk. And then we go to next turn. So these are there now. I'm going to play an island this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to play the Cosmic Cube. Beginning of my first main phase, add mana of any color. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you can copy it, choose new targets. Do it only once. Okay. This lets us draw a card off of Up the Beanstalk. We're gonna go ahead and play Growth Spiral, which lets us draw a card and play a land. 1, 2. Oh, we also have a big Hydra token out here, a 7/7 Hydra. I forgot about that. Occasionally I'm stupid, friends. By stupid, I mean always, all the time. We play that. So 1, 2. There we go. We'll say someone searches their library on their turn. Draw a card. Next turn, we draw. We have so many lands available to us. We haven't hit either of our cards. We haven't hit our tutors, nor have we hit the cards that let us get the infinite mana. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to play Training Regimen. We also have 4 mana in our mana pool. I'm going to go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We'll play this Hydra for 14. Set counters 14. This lets us create another Hydra. Actually, we'll do 13. Set counters 13. And we're going to play Concordant Crossroads with the last one. Also, we got to draw a card. And then we are going to swing in. Kind of get the gist of it. If you do get those things, you do have infinite combo, and it does have 3 game changers, so don't play it below bracket 3. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. As always, I'm Weston with the Hidden Gibbon, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.